Hey friends, you are welcome to Listening Empire. Robert Greene says seduction is the most powerful skill which we should learn. Why? Apart from some obvious reasons. You can attract people of opposite sex with seduction. This is one of the reasons. But along with that, there are many more examples like, there was a time when a person had to set his authority, had to have his say. They could use brutal force. They could kill, fight, or even take lives, on the basis of which they used to get their work done. But today, as you know, physical violence is a crime in today's time, for which you can go to jail or can get punishment. That's why in today's time, it has become more necessary that we learn art of seduction. Seduction does not mean that the author is saying that you can attract the other sex. No. Seduction means to attract the person in front, manipulate them or influence them for your thing, getting things done. For all those things, if we learn skill of seduction, it can help us greatly. Even it can help in becoming successful. In earlier days, only women used it more to gain power, because they were not that physically powerful as men. That's why the route which was the easiest for power was the seduction. But then in 1700th century, men also got motivated to learn the art of seduction. First, because they wanted to resist the women's seduction. So, they wanted to improve their psychology, and wanted to use that for their benefit. Like for example, it is said that great politicians like J.F. Kennedy and Napoleon Hill, and many more people has used art of seduction to make their career, to make the person in front weak, or to get things done. In fact, you can see, great companies, politicians, everyone, use seduction in various ways to get ahead in their life. That's why you should have this skill. So the question is, how to become great seducer? Robert Greene in his book, The Art of Seduction, tells two methods on this. He asks to pay attention on two things. First step is to be able to analyze and observe ourselves. That what kind of seduction person are you? Yes. Second, analyzing the target after analyzing ourselves. That what kind of seductive person he is. And which action will attract them by removing their defenses. In this video, I am going to focus on first step, analyzing yourself, on which Robert Greene tells about 9 types of seducers. And he says, first of all, find out that out of those 9 kind of seducers, what kind of seducer are you? So, let's see those 9 kind of seducers. Seducer 1. First one is the Siren. In Greek mythology, there was a creature named the Siren. What are the Siren? Siren were attractive creatures that were found in sea, when sailors used to go to their destinations, and used to get caught in storms. Then suddenly, sailors used to hear a sweet voice, and that music was so powerful and seductive that it used to grab people's attention. They used to lose their focus from everything around. Many a times, the captain used to command them to focus on the ship, but they used to feel so attracted towards that music. Everything else used to be blank for them. They didn't hear any other sounds. And many people used to jump into the sea and die while listening that sound. After getting inspired from that Greek mythology creature, author says, Sirens are usually those people who are the ultimate fantasy of people. A confident, physically attractive, sexual, and dangerous. They are usually females. Author talks more about females in this. Author talks more about physical attractiveness. A girl who makes herself more attractive through her clothing and makeup. These girls are usually those who look different even in the crowd, on whom your eyes go away, and who are very attractive in look. Moreover, they have confidence. They show their femininity extra. Yes, they are not completely perfect, but still they show it very nicely in which they are good. They bring in the front of people a lot of Instagram model who has a lot of followers. Those you can say, come in Siren category. Why are they number 1? Why is the author telling about them? Because author says, the sexual awareness overpowers our rational brain sometimes. That's why when people look at them, they get attracted towards them. And many a times, intelligent people become victims of them. Their disadvantage is that their power decreases with age. Author tells a very nice example of Siren, of Julius Caesar and Cleopatra. You may know, Julius was a great king, and Cleopatra was very beautiful. She was so beautiful that people used to call her goddess. And she used to show her beauty very well, with the help of which she attracted Cleopatra towards herself. She seduced him so much that when Rome was being attacked, Julius didn't consider to save his country. Instead, he was spending time with Cleopatra. And guess what? In 1400 BC Julius was murdered, after which his successor Mark Antony became her second victim. This is the first type of seducer. Second type of seducers are called the Rake. Seducer 2. Like Siren's power is their physical beauty, Rake's power is their burning desire. There are people who get so mad in love that they can do anything to get a girl. They are ready to take risk and are not afraid of dangers. Example, Duc de Richelieu was such a personality that he couldn't resist a woman. He was extremely funny and bold. While on the other hand, Nathalie Duvois was a high-class woman, and her dad wanted her to marry a high-class man. One day when she was walking in Paris, then she saw a man standing far who was constantly staring her. That person was Duc. Now see, because she was a high-class woman, so it was not like that. At that time people did not stare at women like that, especially a high-class woman. But Duc was not like that. He was not able to control himself from looking at her, which was dangerous for him. But still he kept looking at her. In fact, he fell in love. When she looked at Duc, her friends told her that the person in front doesn't match her level. You are a high-class woman, whereas Duc is a heartbreaker. That's why she didn't pay attention to him. But one day, again when she was on a walk, she noticed Duc again. Again, Duc set eye contact with her, which was very exciting. After which Duc started writing letters to her. Again, it was very dangerous for Duc. He could die, but still he wrote letters. He wanted to show her that how much he liked her. Now obviously, she didn't want to disrespect her father. That's why she was keeping distance from him. But one day, suddenly a new maid comes to her room. And when that maid removes her scarf from her face, she sees that it is Duc. Again, it was very dangerous. But still Duc's burning desire was so much. He was so mad in her love, that he reached there without caring about his life. Because of which, you can say, they stayed together. Due to which, she liked it very much and she fell in love with her. They started dating secretly. But after some time, when his father came to know about that Duc has bought house near his house where they used to meet. She used to feel it thrilling, but what happened at the end? Duc got bored and he broke her heart. Usually, Rake are such type of people who are ready to do anything for their desires. Disloyal, liar. In fact, they can be moralless also, to complete their burning desire. And this thing attracts people many times. Third type of people are the ideal lover. Seducer 3. Ideal lover are those people who are fantasies of any boy or girl. And Casanova is a very good example of it. He used to study people, i.e. women. He used to see that what is missing in the life of a girl's life. And then he used to focus on his behavior instead of his words, to fulfill those desires which a woman needs. Example, a beautiful woman was sitting in crowd with her husband. And after some time her sight falls on a handsome man. And that handsome person was Casanova. Casanova gave performance there. And then he introduced himself to that woman. In small talk, that woman invited Casanova for dance. Now Casanova agreed. He said, "I'll dance, but only if you dance with me." Casanova was very bold and gentle as well. This thing used to make his personality unique. When they were dancing on the day of Wall Night, she instantly fell in love with Casanova. She took Casanova to dinner. And as soon as her husband went somewhere, she started showing her house to him. She showed a lot of things, but then she showed Chakal where people pray. And she told that she wanted a person who can pray with her. And while talking she told that she likes religious person. In a lot of talkings, he noticed thrill was missing in her life. Her life was very boring with her husband. And he liked religious person as well. That's why, guess what he did? He understood that thing, and next day, when he came to her house, he started praying instantly. That woman was shocked but felt good also. That how Casanova is becoming a religious person. And then he started playing his moves. And he started inviting her to date secretly. That was very thrilling for that woman, which was taking her from a boring life to adventurous life. That's why she felt in love with him. And she cheated her husband. See, Casanova is called as the greatest seducer of all time. Because usually women were not able to resist him. And he used to seduce women by using two strategies. While talking, he used to observe that what lacks in life of the girl in front, which is not in her life. Step second, as soon as he comes to know what is missing in her life, he used to fulfill those things by becoming an ideal lover. By which, girl felt like she was in a fantasy. I think the video will become lengthy, so let's sum up all types quickly. Seducer 4. Fourth type of seducers are called as the dandy. Usually, dandy are free type people. They have masculine nature. But there is also a little femininity, especially from their appearances. They maintain themselves like a girl does, keeping a graceful attitude, giving attention to details. They do all those things very well. They have a masculine nature that is inborn, but they show their image as feminine also. Sometimes, women don't like pure masculine men, who are very dirty and don't care about cleanness, are very hairy, whereas on the other hand, this dandy-type personality attract people very much. They have masculine nature but also have grace like feminine nature. This type which I was explaining you. Which celebrity came in your mind, tell me in comments. Fifth one is, the natural. Seducer 5. Natural are those seducers who have a childlike qualities. They have a little bit of innocence. They are such kind of people who suddenly get energy. They are spontaneous. When there is any planning going on, they stand up quickly that, let's do it. They are very spontaneous. Their spontaneous and energetic nature which is childlike many times. That too attract people many a times. See, childhood was a golden phase of our life, which we love a lot and try to recreate, consciously and unconsciously. Many a times, people become mature in life. They get maturity after seeing the world. But still they miss the child in themselves, which, when they see in someone in which childhood is remained, it feels very attractive to them. Charlie Chaplin is a very good example of this, who was adult as physically, but his acts were energetic, surprising and were spontaneous, which used to attract people a lot. On the other hand, such people may also seem irritating to many people. The best thing is, if you are a natural, mix your adult wisdom with childlike qualities. It will give you success the most. Seducer 6. Sixth type of seducers are called as the coquette. They are such kind of people who are not very easy. They, instead of seducing others, they give others the chance to seduce him. They play delayed satisfaction very well. Sometimes, they are like pendulums, who move here and there. Sometimes cold, sometimes hot. For some time, they show their love. And sometimes, they become cold. They take love away from the person in front. They don't give attention, don't love them. And this thing attracts the other person. And in fact makes them desperate. Coquette are narcissists sometimes. Consciously and subconsciously they understand that. Desperation can be a great turn-off for any person. Many a times, they are not desperate naturally. And let other person do the maximum hard work. And due to all these things, they seem mysterious many a times. And many a times, mysterious things attract us a lot. In his book, author tells Napoleon Bonaparte a good example of it, who got mad in love with Empress Josephine. Sometimes, she used to show that she is interested in Napoleon. She used to talk well, used to laugh. But when he used to go out and write letters, they didn't reply to that letter. Napoleon Bonaparte, despite being a great leader, when someone used to do this and did not show interest in it, then it used to make him subconsciously more attracted towards her. Napoleon did a lot of things for her, due to which, she got impressed also. She married also, but still, even after marriage, her nature was same. In fact, after 2 days, when he went to Italy for war campaign, she didn't reply to his letter. While on the other hand, he used to write letter to her, like, you are the constant object of my thoughts. My imagination exhausts itself in guessing what you are doing. On one hand, Napoleon seemed very desperate, while on the other hand, Josephine had hot and cold nature, which is actually the nature of coquette. And this thing seduce many people. A sense of mystery, and not getting in a relationship very easily. Not giving all the things which other person wants from you. Delaying things. It also seduces a lot the other person. And coquette are very good in it. Seventh, the charmer. Seducer 7. Charmer are those people which you can a little bit manipulators. They are very clever. Because they can fix the mood of other person very well. By giving them comfort and pleasure. They are such people who don't focus on themselves, but let other person focus on them. And this thing make other person feel dependent on them. Because every person has to boost his self-esteem. And charmers let other person do it very well. They listen the other person very well, talk to them nicely, due to which the other person opens up in front of them. People with charming personality try to keep other person in limelight instead of themselves. Because they know, people want to be in limelight. They can understand the current mood swing of the person very well. They can give attention to people. And this thing is a powerful seducer many a times. Because remember, physical beauty is limited. And ends after some time. But your charm is ageless. And it works on many people. Charmers at times not liked by many people. But author says, many people like them. That's why, keep this in mind. Seducer 8. Eighth type of seducers are called the charismatic. They are such people who are the best in the room. They produce excitement. And due to them, there is excitement in whole room. Charismatic people have a lot of confidence and energy, and that too at the right place. They are mesmerizing. They give their opinions and actions to people very nicely. They have animated gestures. When they talk, they use their hands and use gestures. Their sound is also persuasive. These are the kind of people with whom everyone likes to spend time. And many a times, they are very passionate. And their passion and sense of purpose is contagious, which produce a sense of purpose in others. When they talk, everything seems believable. You can say, they are like light in darkness, who attracts people very much. The problem with charismatic people is that people have to be open in front of them, have to share their values well. They are not superhumans. That's why they won't have right answers always. Whereas many a times, people think that they have all the answers. Last one is the star. Seducer 9. You can speak star, actually it is called star only. There are people with celebrity status, who naturally you can say look very different from your league. They are the mixture of reality and myth. Stars are like a dream which has come true. Their physical presence gives a different feel to people, which takes it a little further from reality. Usually, people don't like reality because of many reasons. But stars take them much above the reality. In an imaginative world, due to which people feel attracted toward them. Their reputation is very strong. Sometimes it doesn't feel right to see us doing these day-to-day activities. Because many a times, we have associated such things for them. It's very obvious for a normal person to have a crush on star-like individual. But if we go to the deep level, then it is known that the people who are more attracted towards the stars, they find their own life boring, natural, and too real, which people don't like. For example, consider any celebrity. Especially such celebrity who is very famous. They come under this category. You can say, these were 9 type of seducers. The Siren, who are physically very beautiful. The Rake, who have a lot of passion and desire. Third, the ideal lover who can make themselves the ideal partner according to other partner. Sometimes they do it really and sometimes they fake it. Fourth, the dandy who have masculine nature from inside. But they work in feminine way also, by clothes and lifestyle. Fifth, the naturals, who have childlike qualities which attract people. Sixth, the coquette who have a sense of mystery inside. Hot and cold, like a pendulum, and are hard to get for people and seem attractive to people. Seventh, the charmers who put limelight on others instead of themselves. They focus on them. Eighth, the charismatic who have passion. They are very passionate. They are energy of the room. And last are the stars. Who are the superstars and all these things. Who are something extra away from reality. Who can take you in a different world. These were the 9 types. I want you to tell in comment section which one are you in those 9 types. The most important thing is, whatever the type you have in this list, you shouldn't seduce the person of same type. In fact, you should seduce other type of people. That would be better and seduction would work better there. Once, you have known your type of seduction of other person. Author has told a lot of steps which you should follow. If you want me to make a detailed video on that too, which one are you? Then tell me in comment section. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.